So in the first question, let me repeat again, the ball was at rest and it moves in the positive x direction. You kick the ball and the ball is changing its position, and now that's the maximum, like just like here it was maximum height, here this is the maximum. And so this example you can also see it like, see, you are on the first floor and you have thrown the ball up, and then the ball comes down and looks in. Is this clear? So we have these kind of questions also. So you are assuming this as origin, x equals to 0. So ball goes up and there is some maximum height, and then again this x start decreasing, x becomes 0, and here there you have this. Here again, see, now assume this as stone. That's a perfect example. Not the stone, but not the ball, but the stone you can take. Stone, so stone is not going to rebound. Yes, so that's also one of the example of this figure. So you are on a tower and or you on the first floor, and you have thrown a ball up from here. It goes up and then it comes down, and then this stone is not going to rebound and it will be in rest. So it was rest at the first floor, on the roof of the first floor. You went there, you throw in it, you have thrown it up, and then you, so here it was at rest at origin, but now here it is at rest at x equals to -1. So upward direction you have taken positive, downward you have taken. So again, one more example, students. So the earlier example, kick the ball, here it rebounded. So here the ball is rebounded. Okay. See, same graph, but here after this, suppose, sir, I want same graph. So here the ball was dropped, thrown up, and then reaches maximum height and then touches the ground. So if ground is the sticky ground, then it will remain over here only. Or let us take this example of stone, okay, instead of ball. So in case of stone, your graph will only be this much. And this graph is same up to here, up to this point. Okay, because in this figure, if you assume this figure, so here this will be more, because your velocity here is equals to the initial velocity in the negative direction, but here again you are traveling some more distance, so velocity will be more. So that's the difference between this graph. So if you want to draw velocity time graph of this figure, so velocity time graph, so the figure will be like this. So see, here the slope is, so x-ray graph, slope tells you the velocity. So here the velocity is positive, but so the velocity is positive, but it's a constant slope, students. That's also a problem. So here you cannot take this example as this example. Why? Because here the slope is constant. It means velocity is constant, but here velocity is not constant. Here acceleration is not equal to 0. Acceleration is equals to 9.8 meter per second square. But here in this case acceleration is 0. Why? Because see, here the slope is constant. Yes, here also the slope is constant, but it's a negative slope. So slope of velocity time graph is acceleration, and that is constant acceleration in all the graphs. So that is only the example of this ball thrown up. Yes. If, sir, I want to draw the graph of this with velocity time, so how will you draw it? So that's velocity, that's time. Now here the slope is positive, so the slope will be positive here, and it's constant, so the velocity is constant. So here you can assume this floor as a very smooth floor, so that is why it is written a smooth floor. So on the smooth floor there is no force acting on it, so net the force acting on it is 0, so there is no friction force acting on it. Okay, And see, here also the slope is same, but here the slope is negative. So students, so here suddenly the slope becomes negative, okay, but slope is constant. So see, this will be the graph. So that's your velocity time graph of this figure. Velocity is positive plus 3, and here also the velocity is constant. Velocity is for more time. Suppose it was here for, suppose 1 minute, yes, that's the difference, but here it will be for 1.5 minutes. So the total time will be 2.5 up to here. So that's the graph of its, students. So suppose this velocity is plus 3, here also velocity, but it is minus 3 because the direction is changed after rebounding. This direction is positive, this direction is negative. So you will have negative velocity, but yes, this will be for longer time. So because this time it is, see, so the wall is supposed to be little bit here, not that too far. No, longer time, but this time is also counted. So walls is supposed to be here only. Okay, that's sticking. Okay. Okay, so but it is beyond origin, right? So I hope you have understood very clearly these graphs. Yes. And what is the, sir, x-t graph of this graph? See, the x-t graph of this graph will be, so what is the slope means of see, if you draw the at graph of this, like this velocity time graph, and if you are drawing, so this will be this graph. That's simply this graph because the slope is constant. So slope of this graph is this graph. But if you want to find out, if you want to draw x-t graph of this graph, so x-t graph means the slope of this graph will be this graph, and here you can see this velocity, the slope is changing, right? First point. Second point, what is the formula for velocity? Velocity is equals to dx, instantaneous velocity is given by, at any point is given by dx by dt. That's very small change in position, very small change in time. So this will be multiplied over here. So dx is equals to v into dt. So small displacement, velocity into small change in time, means you are multiplying velocity into time. So velocity into time means the area of this graph. So area of this graph will gives you the displacement. Okay. So initially the object start with here position was 0 and it is going up this direction. So its velocity is decreasing, students, not increase. So the position is, it is moving away. So that's origin. Okay, so that's your origin, and you have thrown the ball up, right? Here velocity is decreasing and this will be increasing. Okay. So this area is increasing, but not at a faster pace, not at a faster pace. So not at a faster pace. You can see the slope is decreasing. So that's what the slope is decreasing. See, this point is this point. So here the slope is decreasing, that is the maximum height, and now it is going to come back. Yes. So this portion, this is the graph, friends, you can verify it. Yes. So this area is not, you are not adding much area to it. Yes, we are not adding much area, means the it is not increasing that much. Slope is decreasing, and now the slope is 0. So at maximum height slope is 0. So this is the slope of this graph. This is the slope, and for this graph is the area. So students, very important discussion. So I hope you have understood a lot about the graphs. Now what about this graph? See, here the acceleration was 0. So that's up to this point to this point. From this point to this point is uniform motion, and also from this point to this point is, it was not a wholly uniform motion, but yes, in two portions. In first portion you have a uniform motion, acceleration is 0. So acceleration is 0, I'm talking about this to this, and further I'm talking about acceleration is 0 from this point to this point. So here acceleration is 0 and here acceleration is 0. So it's uniform motion from here to here, and it's uniform motion from here to here. So A is 0, here A is constant, and here A is not constant. You can say this is acceleration time graph. So here A is changing. So A is not constant. So A is variable. So A varies with time, only this much of the portion. See, here A is equals to 0. So you can use the three equations of motions that you have. But for this time to this time, you cannot use the equations of motion. Now from again here, the acceleration is again 0 or constant. So you can use the equations of motion. But this time, so what is this particular time? What happens for this very short duration of time? So student, there is the acceleration for short duration of time. So that's the main point. So first point here is acceleration for very small time, short duration of time. And I told you in last lecture also that acceleration is always due to force. So force is equals to ma. So acceleration is for short duration of time. It means force is for short duration of time. It means force for short duration of time. तो जब आप short duration के लिए कोई force लगाते हैं, suppose you have taken example also, you have kicked a football, तो means exercise question 3.1 part C. If you see, what is that part C? In part C, you have a spinning cricket ball that turns sharply on hitting the ground. So when the ball is hitting the ground and taking a sharp turn, so that is this kind of example. Or so football coming from height, hitting the ground. Yes. So at this point of time, the force, means the force applying on the earth, and then the earth, so action and reaction. So that is why these slopes are equal and opposite. So action, reaction, Newton's third law. And again, one more example you can take. You have a bat and you are hitting the ball with the bat. So the ball touches here, and then it goes back. So that's the graph of, so that's very important graph, students. That's the graph of when the force acts for a small duration of time. Okay. So what's the area of this graph tells you? So the area of this graph tells you, okay, acceleration is 0 here, acceleration is 0 here, but this tells you meter per second square into seconds. So area means multiply both these units, and that is meter per second. So that's the velocity. Okay. So here you have some initial velocity, and add this velocity, add this area, and that's your final velocity. So hitting the ball, suppose the ball was coming with so rebounding might not be that ideal example. Hitting the bat will be ideal example, right? Why? Suppose 30 meter per second the ball is coming and you hit it back with 40 meter per second. So that's the increase in velocity, because velocity is also increasing here. So in the ball coming to the ground and going back, yes, that's also the force for the but the graph will not be this. There will be some other graph, okay, but not this graph. But here, yes, the ball hitting back is this graph, because see, this area. So initial velocity and then some area is added to it, some velocity is added to it, and it comes out with more velocity. So that is the example of it. I hope you have understood these concepts, friends. Any questions you would like to ask? So the third answer, I am telling what you need to write. So I know there are lots and lots of new things, and some of you might not have attended the earlier classes, might not have done that much of revision. So, but yes, students, you have to now need to be little bit serious, doing a lot of practice. Once you have chosen a path, once you have chosen the subjects, then please be honest with yourself. Okay, that's my message. Be honest with yourself, not with anybody else. So whatever you do it honestly. So students, this C, you can take it as a uniformly moving cricket ball turned back by hitting it with a bat for a very short interval. Okay. Is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.